The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I am Haydee Jaldon. I'm streaming live from the city of Cebu, Philippines. Good morning and thank you for watching Money and More. Yes, tonight I will be joined by a good friend from TNC, one of the TNC hosts, because Sonny is having a meeting right now, can't make it. And I am very pleased to be joined by the president and lead broker of King Kong Realty and host of Realty Realities on TNC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Mr. King Gonzalez.
Hello! Hindi
Thank you
kayo
so
namimilik
much.
mata. This is not Realty Realities. This is Money and More. So thank you,
Baka
thank you
magtaka
for...
yung mga fans mo na nandito ka sa show na to.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, people or the viewers of Realty Realities, this is one of the shows that I've been mentioning to you guys, even in the show, that you should watch. So enjoy the show.
Yeah, King, again, I thank you for joining me tonight. And we will be having a very interesting topic later. No? We also have guests na very familiar sa atin. No? Family nata, one of our family in TNC. So how are you today, King?
Well, pretty hectic because we had our TNC photo shoot. So thank you to Mr. Jason Isaac for his professional and expertise in taking pictures. Ako hindi ako sanay sa ganun. So, thank you for that.
Artista yung peg mo kanina. We had hours, no?
Sana nga.
Tapos na kami. So, ang saya, no? Di ba?
Oh.
So, anyway,
Pero
ako din.
ang artistahin ngayong gabi ay hindi tayo, kundi yung mga guests natin ngayon. Kaya excited ako sa kanila. Pero baka mamaya pala sila introduce, kaya tigil ko muna.
Well, we can't call them now, but yung isa hahabol, no? Kasi meron din siyang commitments. But we will be talking about very interesting topic, very practical topic on money matters later, King, no, with our guest. So, kasi ito yung series namin, yung parang money reality, no, na dako man tao. It's not, kasi alam mo, this show previously yung mga sessions, we invite people who are mga experts on money matters. So ngayon
Yes.
naman we wanted it sort of parang kwentuhan lang, loose type, no, kung ano talaga mga nangyayari sa common tao, no. And we're very privileged tonight because our guests are from our TNC family, no.
That's right.
They are the hosts of After Shift, but
Mm-hmm.
Tricia, the lady na host, will be joining us first, no. She's actually a corporate trainer, and yun nga, sabi ko, host ng After Shift. Tawagin natin siya, Miss Tricia Montemayor.
Hello,
Hello,
good evening,
Tricia! How are
Haydee.
you?
Hi.
Okay naman. Yan, galing lang sa work, so kakayanin natin tonight. Hi,
Galing sa
King.
work yan, ha?
Hello, hello.
Fresh na
Hello.
fresh.
Yes, lagari po talaga kami dito sa TNC. Hindi naman ito ang full-time lang namin. We also have to earn a living through our professions.
Correct.
And
Correct.
yun, si Tricia is with, sorry, I missed it. Tricia, you're connected with which company again?
Itago na lang natin siya sa pangalang We Find Ways. Yun na yun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing para that
Yeah.
Haydee mentioned the series of episodes that they have. You know, I was listening a while ago to one of your episodes. I think that was the latest one with Sir Ivy Cantos, and
Mhm.
I really learned a lot in that episode because you talked
Diba?
about retirement, diba? And I was inspired to see and plan how I will save for my retirement.
Alam mo, King, nakakaloka to si Trish kasi nung sinabihan ko siya na i-guess ko siya ngayon, sabi niya, ay hindi, ayoko, nakakatakot. Sabi ko,
Yeah.
naman ako.
Akalain mo, tapos nag-check out. Nag-check out pala ng
Yes,
previous
diba?
episodes, tapos ready for
Yes.
it. And then,
Kasi 'di ba
actually,
sabi ko,
at the
sorry,
age
sabi
of
ko kasi
20,
kay Haydee, sabi ko instead na maging resource ako, baka ako ang maging case study ng show na to. So I really
tama.
want to prepare.
Ano, relate ka din ba, King?
Oh, yeah. I know, right? No, but I'm very happy when you and Son mentioned to me that the topic, because I told you guys that talaga dapat pag-usapan to,
Mhm.
because well, as like what you mentioned earlier, practical, at saka ito talaga yung magagamit ng ordinary na tao
Correct.
sa pamamagitan ng case study A natin na pinamagatang Tricia Montemayor.
O, diba? Sabi ko nga sa kanya, huwag kang matakot, girl, kasi we will be learning naman from the session. Hindi naman talaga na interview na hardcore, no? So, we just want the people to know na relatable tayo, no? Hindi naman even us, no? Hindi naman perfect in managing our finances, but we learn from each other. We learn from others also, no? So yun, Trish, kamusta na, no? So much has happened since we began with TNC, di ba? Tayo magkabatch.
Right.
Pinag-usapan nga natin kanina sa backstage. Yours after shift and money and more for us. So it has been a long ride. Grabe yung roller coaster, no? Kasi for us, hindi naman kami professional talaga ng mga hosts, and we just learned on how to do it, no, through TNC, and
Right.
we're very thankful na binigyan tayo ng ganitong platform. So, what is the biggest shift, no, that has happened to you in the past 2 years, pandemic time?
Actually, that is an interesting question. Siguro what I would say would be the pandemic actually changed my mindset as to how I do things, na parang in an instant things can change. The things that you're used to doing, some of the people that you used to be with, sometimes that would change because unexpected yung mga nangyayari, and because of these changes, I guess, mas nagiging flexible ka and adapt to the situation that you are in. And I guess that's where I'm at in terms of my mindset. I'm always changing. I'm always trying to be flexible and adapting to certain situation. And I guess that's the lesson of the pandemic for all of us. For all of us is really to change our mindset and to be flexible.
Akala ko, Heidi, sasabihin ni Tricia kasi we find ways.
Aha.
Pwede,
Yun
pwede.
nga.
He,
Pero
TSC
tama
would
nga,
love
no?
you.
That's correct. That's correct. I agree with you. And yun nga, no? For me, yung pandemic din has taught me na we can live on simple ways, no? So, um, walang walang hindi tayo magta-travel. We can do without traveling pala, no?
Mhm.
Right.
So, yun, we can do without going to the malls and spending on things that we don't really need,
Mhm.
no? So,
Yes.
madaming realizations, and a lot of people actually, despite the pandemic, no, that has happened, marami nga ang nawala ng trabaho, but marami din ang nagkaroon ng maraming pera because they were able to save.
Yeah.
So, yun, King, what about you?
Parang Miss Idea, marami tayong clients na nakinabang din dahil they were able to save.
Correct.
And there were different products that were offered by insurance companies
And
na magaganda,
correct,
no,
correct.
during the pandemic. Ako very very practical din na yung naisip ko di naman pala kailangan pumorma. Di naman
Correct.
pala kailangan magpagupit parati. Kasi hindi ka naman nakikita ng tao
Maligo.
eh. Paminsan. No, yung comforts of your own home has a new meaning because, well, you're really comfortable with the company of your family. So I think
Mm-hmm.
yun yung naging big change because you realized, or many people realized, that you cannot live without your family.
Correct.
Especially during the pandemic that you needed somebody most. Diba?
Correct.
Tama.
Ako naman, my experience is different. I was actually living alone during the whole time that the pandemic started. So, what happened to me was I learned to enjoy, to entertain myself. 'Di ba? Kasi you
Mm.
don't you don't you don't get out of the house for some time, and also when I got COVID, yun talaga na natutunan ko is to keep myself entertained. I read books, I watch movies. Parang it's a time for you to reset and internalize eh. Parang you get to review yung
Yeah.
kung ano yung nangyayari sa buhay mo, and pause and stop what you're supposed to do, which
Pero
is
that's
maganda.
hard, no? You were saying, Trish, that you were alone. How was it when you had COVID? Was it at the time of Delta or yung recent na
Si
milder?
Omicron,
Wow.
Oh,
the milder one. So
buti na
well,
lang.
kasi I know some friends already have undergone it, so they told me what I'm supposed to do. So I just order food, by the way, and
Mm,
then some yun nga, the good thing about it is the people that really cares about you, they will take care of you even though they're not with you physically. So they, as
yeah.
some of my friends would send me medicine, some would send me fruits. Apple
That's
actually sent
sweet.
me some basket of fruits, and some friends send me food. Ayan, 'di ba? Um, so yung pandemic talaga would teach us to be thoughtful and appreciate other people who's helping us, and of course
Yeah.
our family.
No, and that's when you lost when you launched also after shift, right? And
Right.
it just did not entertain you, but it entertained us too. So
Thank
go
Na-miss
you.
mo ba their
yeah.
episode, King? Nilalasing nila yung mga guests nila.
Oh, di ba? Di na entertain. Diba? What entertainment do you want? Diba? Siyempre, lasingin yung tao. At dahil dyan, tatanong ko na yung case study question ko. Siyempre, yung advisor ko, ito ang binigay sa akin na question. No? Which he asked me to. Sabi na, King, tanong mo sa kanila, kailan ba nila na-realize that money is a thing? Parang ano, no? Ibang shift to from the COVID. Now we're talking, no, just to go to money talks. Sana naman hindi mo lang na-realize nung COVID na uy, kailangan ko pala ng pera para to survive this. Right? But was it part of the childhood when you realize na uy, ganito pala yung pera. It really has value. Tricia, when did you realize that money is a thing?
I think when I was young, siguro mga elementary days, you realize that money is a thing that money is supposed to be saved and learn the value of money because I think mga grade 6 ata ako noon, I was allowed to commute na eh. You're excited during that phase, di ba? When your parents are allowing you to commute. So, they give you monetary baon, hindi lang siya yung baon na food. So,
Right.
from that age, I think I learned how to sort of budget my money because normally naabutan ko pa na 250 yung pamasahe. So 250 or 5 pesos. So my mom would normally give me 20 pesos. So the jeep going to my house to the school, from the school to my house is around 5 pesos. Then 5 pesos going to the school. So I know that I can only spend 10 pesos off of that 20 pesos. So at a young age, I know that this is the only amount that I can spend for whatever things that I want. But as I grow older and as you tend to encounter different situations, then you get to understand, ilang percent pala dapat napupunta sa mga needs ko. Ilang percent pala dapat napupunta sa wants, and then how much should I save off of that money? So I've learned about the 50-30-20 rule that you spend 50% of your budget to your needs, and then 30% for your wants, and you save 20% for tama ba, kompleto ba yun? Yeah, 20% for savings. So
Alam na alam.
yeah, if you're faced with something financial, like a financial difficulty, at times you would research how can I get back to my feet? Paano ko ba maihaon tong sarili ko? So yun, I read something on the internet, and it's very important. Actually, very accessible yung information ngayon on how you can manage your finances, because one, you have this show to learn and to educate televiewers, and also you have Google to research on papers, diba, that conducted study on managing finances. So ayun, dun ko na-realize na money is very important and we should value money.
Yeah, kasi
Besides, galing talaga nung case study natin. Parang ito yung
galing, no?
perfect na,
Parang nag-assign, nag-research.
elementary pa lang, she understood na the value of the money, and she already knew how to save back then. Tama, Tricia?
Alam pa niya yung kung ano yung allocation, o di ba?
Yes.
The
Kaya,
Di ba uso dati yung Alcansya?
kaya ako hindi guest sa show na to. Kaya pinag-co-host na ako. Kasi sa'yo sabi mo, no, pagkakuha mo ng pera, save, allocate. Sa akin, pagkakuha ng pera, spend.
Ayan.
May ganyan din naman akong episode. Grabe ka naman. Nung unang sweldo natin, di ba? That's what, hindi mo naman agad naisip, uy, pera.
Yeah.
So you get to spend it. But I think as we grow older, as we experience more things, then we realize na dapat pala nagtatabi tayo.
Nice.
Yeah, kasi speaking of that, no, kasi ngayon we're grown-ups na, no, and of course, meron tayong mga financial journeys, no, and iba-iba tayo depending on the need. So, how's your journey so far? And how much yung financial priorities, ano yung na-change ng sa financial priorities mo over the years? Kasi you were saying kanina, when we were young, first sweldo, spend it because you have to
Yes.
reward yourself. I mean, from the time na hingi lang tayo ng hingi ng baon from our parents, and then you get to have your own income, syempre, you have to also buy the things that you want na hindi mo kayang bilhin before, no? So,
Mhm.
ano yung pagkakaiba and what has changed really from then and now?
Um, Actually, the change happened when I moved out from my parents' house, when I started, renting my own place. Kasi I lived at that time in Fairview, as my work is in Makati, so the travel was
Far,
really,
far.
yeah, it was really far. And so I said, mag-rent na lang kaya ako. So when I started renting, that's when, syempre, you're no longer living with your parents. So hindi ka na pwedeng waldas ng waldas. But there are some situations wherein medyo yung, how do I say it? The change for me is it's not a linear process. It's like, sometimes I know how to manage it, and then later on, when I want something, like when I really wanted to buy my car in 2000 and was it 2013? I was 28 years old then. So I wanted to buy a car. So sabi ko, yes, I can pay the monthly, and then I can pay the down payment. But I didn't factor in other expenses. Tsaka yung mga, so you factor in the expenses that you know, pero hindi ko na-factor yung mga expenses that will just come out of the blue na you were not able to foresee. So I guess that's when I need to change how I budget my money. Um, so medyo ganun ako eh. But at this moment, I've learned na dapat you should be able to plan. If you want to buy something, you plan how you should be paying for it na hindi ka short, and also hindi ka mangungutang. Yun talaga siguro yung very important thing that people need to know nowadays. Kasi 'di ba ngayon, if you really want something, if you have the money now, you buy it now. Pero you don't factor in other expenses that you might incur in the future.
Correct. Kasi etong lahat ng to na pinag-usapan natin, hindi naman ito tinuturo sa atin when we were in school, right?
Correct.
Very practically application. It depends also on the people that we talk with, like in the family. Kung ano yung nakasanayan nila, kung ano yung practice nila sa family, then we also adopt. We're just very lucky. The younger people nowadays are very lucky na merong platform or avenue that they could research too kung paano gagawin, no? Kasi yun talaga eh. I've been advocating this and telling some schools to really have financial education in the sa part ng academic, no? Kasi or mahirap talaga kung hindi nila alam ang basic. So if yung practice ng family, it's not the standard or it's not the right thing to do, mahihirapan sila mag-a-adjust. Compared to kung bata pa sila, tinuturo na sa eskwelahan. So, they can have that discipline on handling it. So, ikaw, King, what has changed sa financial journey mo?
Na-caught in the spot ako. Hindi, ang galing niya,
Siyempre,
no?
kasali
Ang,
ka.
ang galing ni Tricia. I just, ang galing because she learned it from the start, like elementary, and then she's learning it from her experience, eh.
Yeah.
No, like she found that Makati was too far. Tama, no? Or the other way around. Makati was too far from her place, so she decided to rent because I suppose she also computed, what's the travel expense like, what's the time component like that she's gonna waste. So she found it more practical to be closer to home, and yeah, and that was a good practice of managing your own finances by being alone and renting your own place. Ako kasi, I did that, but I don't think I learned from it. I think I'm really
Share
the
mo yan,
person who
King.
needs. I think I'm really the person who needs somebody, somebody to guide, to be guided by somebody. That's why I found my wife who's good in money matters, and
Wow.
and that was the perfect pairing, right? Ganun yung nangyari sa akin. Yun lang.
Ano
Naga.
bang ginawa mo nung nag-rent ka?
No, the difference was I was based in Singapore, so I was alone and single in Singapore, and then my last 2 years was studying, but I didn't have I didn't have the means to pay for that rent that I paid for. But because I wanted to stay with my close friend, barkada ko yun dito sa Manila, and then he also moved to Singapore. Pinilit ko. Pinilit ko in my last 2 years to stay with him. But like what I said, I wasn't earning any money back then already. I was just banking on my savings to pay for the rent. So may mga ganun instances. So I would say that in terms of the decisions back then, when it comes to money matters, I was not educated, right? Because like what you said, hindi kagaya ngayon, nasa eskwela, narinig ko lang kanina yung sa anak ko, Miss Haydee, they were, it was a situation. Their math was a situation wherein your family and yourself will be traveling overseas and you're given 1,000 pesos and blah, blah, blah. So how do you spend it?
Oh,
So
that's a
how
good
much?
exercise.
Kaya nga, yung sinasabi nyo rin talaga na si Tricia, they have more resources now to know what the value of money and to spend it wisely.
Mm-mm.
Money mo, nandito eh. Diba?
Right.
So, yun.
So
That's why
And
that's
wala
why
nang
I'm
excuse, di ba?
spending wiser now because of money and more.
wow. Galing ah. We'll have more. Well, we'll have more of the kwentuhan when we come back after our commercial break.
Juan Lu and his puppets face to face with special guests Makata Tawanan, Jess Box, and the Lunaria Marionette Show.
Salita. Alam mo, Tito Anlo, kung wala ako, magsasalita ka mag-isa. Kung wala ako, wala kang masusuot. Kung wala ako, wala kang nakakain.
November 13, Sunday, 7 p.m. at the La Verdad Auditorium in Apalit, Pampanga. Buy your tickets now and see you soon, face to face.
We're back, and before we call in back our special guest, King, we are the new channel is an online alternative new media platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible, global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talents, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Watch our show, Money and More, every Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. US time. You can also watch our show live or replay through Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can just search hashtag TNC Now. So for sponsorships, we're also accepting sponsorships. Please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a DM. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them for you. Yan. Also, watch King Show, no? Kailan yung show mo? Anong schedule? Saturday yon,
Yeah,
di ba,
yeah.
King?
Yes, Miss Heidi. Watch Realty Realities every Saturdays at 4 p.m. So Saturday is
Yan.
a bit busy for TNC, so I'm one of the shows on that day.
Yeah. So, can we call back our guest tonight, Miss Tricia?
Yeah.
Hi.
Nakakatuwa
Hi.
yung topic natin. Ay, before that pala, I just would like to acknowledge some viewers no, with us tonight. I saw si Miss Celia. Miss Celia is with us tonight. Thank you, Miss Celia, for watching. And then
Sir
si
Juan Lu is also in.
Isa Ice. And then Brian Alejo. Yan. Kakatuwa yung mga comments nila.
Meron pang two other names I see here.
Sino
Carla Kim Reyes. We also have hello Miss Kay Reyes and Miss Camille Manchus.
Manchos.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sabi
Thanks.
ni Isa, natatawa ako sa niya, Isa Ice, I learned to stop spending money that I don't have.
Yeah.
Siyempre naman, di ba?
Yeah, that's right.
Very important. Kaya nga some people would go on credit cards. They spend
Right.
beyond their means. So,
Ouch.
yun ang...
Buti nauna ka.
Ouch!
Actually, speaking of which, kaka-pay off ko lang nung isang card ko. So,
O, di ba?
isa sa mga financial goals ko by the end of the year is to be debt-free in terms of my credit card payment. So,
That's
hopefully
nice.
ma-achieve natin.
Alam mo, that's one of the things that we advise talaga to give you that sense of fulfillment, no? Pay off debts, starting with small amounts. Kasi if you're able to do that, you will have that fulfillment in, natapos ko na yan. So, doon na naman sa mas malaki. So, yun, napaka-vague din ng topic about debt management. So, DEBT, ha? So, yun, maganda ding topic yan because during our trainings and seminars, we'll be teaching people on how to manage their debts. Yan. Uy, meron tayong isang listener dito. Tingnan mo, King. Si Mr. San Jaldon.
Yeah. Akalain
Dito
mo,
dapat nandito siya.
akalain mo merong important meeting yan, tapos nakikinig sa ibang show.
Alam
Ideal.
mo, maaga sa kanila ngayon 5:30 a.m. So,
Oh!
papunta ko lang.
Good morning, son.
Good morning, Sir Stan.
Yeah.
Ayan. Oh, yun. Kanina nga, yun, I also read that, no? Sabi ni, hindi yung mag-resign ka. I learned to stop spending money that I don't have. Because I think a lot of Filipinos, di ba, would rather spend something just so that they can have the newest model of cell phone, their iPhone 14, their cars, their whatever gadgets. We're a bit flashy when it comes to ano, to as a race. Pero importantly, how do you manage, di ba? How do you manage that? And why do you do that? Trish, ikaw, how do you manage the household with all these temptations that I've mentioned? Alam ko naumpisahan mo na kanina, but
Mhm.
would you like to continue with the ratio and all that money management matters that you do?
Yeah, especially si
Well,
Trish kasi young
Mm.
independent woman, 'di ba? Maraming makaka-relate.
yes.
Kasi maraming mga career-oriented na ngayon na mga babae na mga
Focus natin yung young.
Of course, 'di ba? Friends tayo.
Ayan. Currently kasi, so I just live alone. So I really
Mm.
get
Sandali,
to
young
take
and
a look at
single?
Unavailable.
independent.
Idudukto mo. Hindi.
Yes, King.
Good.
Ayan. No, I'm just saying that since I live alone and I get to review my finances. Well, sometimes you need to kind of um, be flexible and adjust it. Like for example, I want these things, but I cannot have it right now because these are the priorities. I need to pay for my electric bill, my rent, my internet. Yon. So I think prioritization is a key at the moment for me. I learned to prioritize the needs versus the wants. Like for example, yun nga yung sa iPhone, I don't my plan just ended last year, but I this year pala. So I decided not to renew and get a new plan, and I downgraded my plan because I wanted to save money. Kasi the last time I got a phone, I was paying like 3,000 pesos
Hmm.
just to maintain that. But I
Yeah.
realized na I can keep the same phone because it's still working and lower my plan because I have internet at home. So that's 1,500 peso savings for me that I can use for other expenses. So yon yung mga priorities lang I think changed. Unlike when I was younger, I always wanted the latest phone.
Mhm.
Um, I wanted to always, go to places na social because I wanted to
Mhm.
post it on Instagram. But I guess as you grow older, your priorities change and maybe yung manner ng pagsispend mo ng money would be in a different it will be put on a different use na. It's
Mhm.
not more on mga sabi nga nila capricho and mga unnecessary
Yeah. Yeah.
things. Yan.
That's normal, no, for youngsters when you were young back then kasi your generation yung mga they were saying mga FOMO, no, yung fear of missing out, you have to be in. But
Correct.
the thing is when you grow more mature, you'll be able to realize na dapat pala ganito ganyan, no? So yan.
Besides, may follow-up question lang ako kay Trisha. Kasi
Mm,
I want, well, I want to know for myself and also for the other viewers. Obviously, you're conscious when it comes to money management. But is it to the point that you track everything that you spend on a daily basis? And then do you have like an Excel sheet of your monthly expenses? Ganun ba?
Well,
it's
Okay.
the
I
same.
do have an Excel file, but it's more on my credit card balances and payments that I track. Pero
Mhm.
I'm not that person naman who would track like how much I ate for lunch, how much I spent
Ah.
for this stuff and
Mhm.
gas. Well, but you gave me an idea. Maybe I need to. So, di ba, parang I would have a visual of where do I spend the most and see if there's a way for me to, to save some off of that. Well, based on my current situation, I think if I rent a lower price unit, definitely that would save me a lot. But yeah, you gave me an idea there. Thank you, King.
Madami,
So,
yeah.
so pwedeng Excel sheet, tas pag nag-overspend ka, magre-red.
Yeah.
Ting, ting,
Yeah?
ting, ting.
Tas mag-a-alert sa
Bell.
phone mo.
True.
Good idea.
Hides, you wanted to ask something.
Yeah, actually, that's what we do when we give advice, no, to kasi I had this case study. Pero ang galing ng case study natin ngayon.
Mm.
I had this case study. Nagre-research yung case study natin ngayon. But yeah, going back, I had this case study when I did a financial literacy training in one of the BPOs, and way back then, parang that was about 6, 7 years ago. Sabi niya, after the training, sabi niya, the session, I mean, sabi niya, Miss Heidi, I know that I'm earning a lot. I'm single. At this age, I'm already earning 30,000. But why is it na wala pa rin akong naiipon or wala akong nasa-set aside? So sabi ko, o sige, we should be sitting down and check kung ano yung mga expenses mo para we will know kung saan siya pwedeng mag-cut off ng cost. And then we realize na uh, meron pala siyang cable TV na sinasubscribe, and meron siyang Wi-Fi connection. So it's no longer of use, no? So kasi everything else can be done through Wi-Fi eh. So that's already cut off sa monthly expense niya. And then every payday, he sees to it na meron siyang bibilhin na bagong wardrobe, maybe polo or pants, basta gusto niyang may bago siya. So sabi ko, pwede bang instead of every payday, kung gusto, kasi fashionista siya, pwede bang once a month na lang so that you can cut costs? So from that, no, we were able to save about 2,600. And that 2,600, he placed in an instrument that could give him a good investment. So it may not be that big, mga little lang na mga deductions on the things na unnecessary na expense, but he was able really to save up for it. So sabi niya, anong gagawin ko dito? So then I gave him an advice, ano bang need mo? So it went to an investment, life insurance coverage and investment. So yun.
Tapos Miss Heidi, madadagdagan pa yon kung nakikonnect na lang siya ng Wi-Fi dun sa kapitbahay nila. Additional 1,200 yun. Ay, hindi po. Hindi po namin pinuturo yun. Masama po yun, ha?
Grabe ka, King. Sige. Well, more of this
Panggulo ko dito sa Zoom.
more of this masayang kwentuhan when we get back after this last commercial break. Huwag ka muna magbabay.
We'll be back.
Ay, wala na palang break. Ayan, pati on break na. Anyway, let's get back to the topic, no? So, I would want to ask this to you, King, no? Huwag kang ma-shock, John. If I may lang, no? If you're willing to share, sa household niyo, who manages the finances? And how do you work out things? Do you talk about it? Meron ba kayong session na mag-asawa na, let's sit down and discuss na for this month, ito yung expense na gagawin natin. Meron tayong project. Do you do that?
Well, ako since I was corporate trained, I also have an annual budgeting season. Pero hindi naman yung October, no? Ano yan, yung mga sometime December, in between the December 25 and the New Year. So I try to have a date with my wife sa coffee shop.
Sana.
Pero yun ang pag-uusapan namin.
Budget.
Budget. So
For the year, man.
Yeah.
Pero that's a good practice, ha?
We
It's
buy
very
the plan.
important.
We get the planner first. Diba? We get the planner first from that coffee shop, and then we write it there. So, iniisa-isa namin yan. So, say, tuition, extracurricular. Una yung mga bata, extracurricular activities of the kids. Diba? Tapos, we don't pay rent, kuryente, tubig. So we list it down. And then, yun lang, yung tracking, we still don't have that. But I'd like to be able to track it on a monthly basis also. Just to see
Tanong mo kay
where we're
Sonny,
at.
meron siya. Meron siyang
Talaga?
tanong mo kay Sonny.
Yeah. That's going to be a good practice. So, but for us, it's really my wife. Fortunately, she's not here. Pwede ko sanang hilahin para i-share. So, like what I said earlier, she's a better manager than I am when it comes to finances. She probably women nature, see more in terms of what to expect na unexpectable expense and things like that. So, yun. That's how we do it.
Yun, galing, no? Kasi it's very important talaga kasi not a lot of couples talk about it.
Mm.
Hindi siya norm sa isang kasi I've known of some couple na iba naman yung pamamaraan nila. Split sila sa lahat ng gastusin. Pero hindi sila nag-uusap. Manghihingi lang sila each other na ito yung common fund natin. Pwedeng pahingi ng pambayad kuryente, ikaw pambayad ng tubig. So hindi talaga sila nag-uusap na equal sharing, no? So meron din, it depends kasi on kung ano yung magwo-work sa inyo. Iba-iba yung
Pero
pamamaraan.
ikaw, Haydee, which one do you prefer? Yung like that, you have your own money, I have my own money, then we split the bill, or we have like funds together, then we plan how we're supposed to use those funds.
Kasi ako, I just got married, di ba? Recently lang. But previously, sa marriage ko, what I earn is mine, what he earns is his, and then we split on the household expense. Ay, hindi pala. Si husband pala ang nag-ano ng household expense. Tapos sa akin lahat yung pera na. Joke. Hindi ganun talaga.
I know some people who's like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure what's your taking, but I know people, men actually, who's like that they surrender their ATMs
I
to the
don't
wife,
also advise
and the
that.
wife budgets the money. So I guess yung downside lang on that part is when you go out with friends and you don't have the budget for that, then you go to the wife and ask money. And also, I think yung nagiging problem is when you want to buy something for your wife, you can't kasi nga hihingi ka ng budget.
Kayo,
Totoo.
iba tayo ng paraan, no? Iba-iba tayo ng ways. But for me personally, personal ko lang to ha, I am not for that na surrender lahat sa asawa kasi pinaghirapan din naman ng mga asawa natin yung kinikita niya, no? So,
At saka hindi namin kayo masusurprise kung wala na kami pang gastos ng... No. I just look like this, but that's
Honey,
no,
can
but
I have
that's
money
serious
for your
also.
bouquet? Ganon?
Diba? Oo. So, hindi naman sa ako, I'm not also in favor of like surrendering the ATM, but when I earn, kasi real estate so it's not a monthly thing for us, right? It's parang one time big time, tapos the next after a few months na, diba? So once it happens, I give the whole bulk, the big bulk to our common fund, and then I just retain something for my computed na rin siya na operational expenses, diba? Kasama na doon sa operational expenses yung yung kumbaga yung panggastos ko. Diba? Pang socials kasama na rin, pang para kay misis, pang surprise kasama na rin.
Pero meron talaga iba na sinasurrender. Pero sinasabi ko usually na okay naman magbigay ka but leave something for yourself. Kasi that's understandable naman The wife manages the home. So, any expense that should occur sa bahay, sa kanya, siya yung nagbabudget, no? Especially
Mhm.
kung isa lang yung nagtatrabaho, but leave naman something for yourself. Hindi yung um, entrego mo lahat, tapos kung may
Mhm.
kailangan kahingi ka, and then hindi naman natin alam na kung merong mga extra expense na needed, tapos magiging cause siya ng away dahil wala lang maibigay si asawa. 'Di ba? So, pangit kasi
Yeah.
pag-awayan yung pera, 'di ba? So,
Right.
yun lang, pag-usapan and uh, leave something for yourself. Yun lang talaga.
Mhm.
So, yun.
Yeah.
So, I would want to ask, no, Trish, have you had a money advice? And what's that money advice that you cannot forget na ina-apply mo ngayon?
Ayun, actually, friend ko yung nag-comment noon na don't spend money that you do not have. Yan.
Oo.
Kasi I learned not to do that, spend money on you don't have, spend the money that you don't have at the moment because mas lalo kang mababaon sa utang, no? Not specifically to a person, but of course your card bill will balloon, and we know how much interest is being charged by the banks for these money. So yung mga hinira mo because you just wanted to buy this, it can wait. You can plan on how you can get that thing that you really wanted, and siguro right now I'm just contented with what I have. And sabi nga 'di ba, human beings would have unsatiable wants. So
Mhm.
marami ka talagang gustong bilhin, gustong i-acquire, but it's very important as well to prioritize. Ano ba yung mas kailangan mo versus dun sa pwede mo namang ipagpaliban and you can save to achieve that or to buy that stuff. So siguro yun talaga yung do not spend money that you do not have.
Mhm.
Hindi
Mhm.
talaga rule of thumb.
Yeah. Would you say ano yung mga things that you should buy in installments or in credit would be the ones that would pertain to say bahay, kotse, appliances. And then meron bang rule na ganun na anything that's 100,000 up, then that should be the ones that you should be paying on installments. But if it's lower than that and you can't pay for it, like say a new laptop that costs
Mhm.
90,000, meron bang ganun na rule sa ano sa financing? I don't know, Tricia, sa banking also.
Well, for me, no, if you can
Mm.
buy it on cash, buy it in
Okay.
cash. Kasi any installment would give you cost eh.
Yeah.
Kasi may cost
Interest.
factor yan. So,
Uh-huh.
kung may pambili ka na pwede mong bayaran in cash, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think
Yeah.
din sa mga sa mga if you go to stores, sometimes they offer the price at a lower rate if you pay it in cash versus if you pay it in card na
Mm-hmm.
installment.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
mas maganda. I would agree with what Heidi mentioned. If you have the money, you buy for it, you buy it. Pero syempre, depende din if you can stretch. Some people would wanted their money to be stretched. So what they do is they just get the installment at 0%. If
Mm-hmm.
you have,
Mm-hmm.
if you have plans on stretching your money. But if not,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and pay it in cash.
Pero actually, Trish, di ba yung sinasabi nilang 0%, may cost naman talaga yan. Hindi naman talaga
Yeah.
yan zero.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Kaya yun nga,
Yeah.
yung
Yes.
you compare it with the prices, 'di ba, sa mga stores like I've seen one na parang less 3,000 pesos siya if you pay it in cash or straight payment versus
Mm-hmm.
you put it in installment na it will be in a regular price.
Hmm.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. All right. I think just to add to my question, no. Doon naman sa real estate, it's still possible for you to borrow money from the bank,
Right.
j- um, just as long as you have something to pay for that monthly installment. So say for example, you
Right.
buy a ready for occupancy condo unit, right?
Mhm.
Pero you loan from the bank,
Mm-hmm.
tapos paupahan mo na yung ready for occupancy unit na yun para yung monthly rentals na nakukuha mo, yun na yung para sa monthly installment na binabayaran.
Agree. And
So, di ba?
one should study when you
Mm-mm.
get a loan sa bank. Kasi it's not the principal less the payment, yun na yun. Mas malaki
Okay.
pa yung
Okay.
interest kaysa principal
Nice.
amount, no?
Nice.
So, ano yan, mahabang topic yan. But
Yun, may
marami
topic na naman tayo.
maraming tao, maraming bank borrowers ang walang alam diyan. Hindi nila alam na ganun pala. Kasi we've learned also from it just this pandemic na ganun pala yung computation.
Yeah.
Kasi we
I,
thought na principal minus the payments that you made,
Mm-hmm.
yun na yung balance mo, but it's not.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is you're just paying mga 30%, 30 to 40%, 60% goes to the interest rate.
Correct.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
may payment hierarchy siya. When you
Yes.
pay, it goes first to the interest, then the principal. But the good thing naman about applying a loan at the bank is, syempre the interest doesn't stay the same way. So it depends on how the economy is doing. At the moment, we have lowered the rates, the interest rates for loans because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So sabi nga, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down.
Correct.
Okay.
But right
Ay,
now is the best time to acquire properties because the rates are lower.
uy,
Tama ba,
thanks.
King?
Thanks. Well, sige, get in touch with King Kong Realty. At, no, watch Realty Realities para you'd know the answer to that. Uy,
Yeah.
ladies, it's almost 1 hour. Grabe, ang bilis talaga ng oras kapag maraming nasasabi at maraming inputs from everybody. So
Yeah.
I suppose I'll throw the last question already, besides kay
Sure, sure.
Tricia.
Mm.
Um, are we expecting a comeback from you here at TNC? Or if not, diba, what do we expect from you, or any wise words for Money Matters?
Um, just manage your finances well. One, by making sure that you put your money into good use. Do not spend the money you don't have. And yun nga yung natutunan ko sa show nila Haydee last time, was to save money for your retirement. With the inflation, recession that's happening, it's very important that we save money, because you cannot just live off of your retirement money alone. I mean, yung retirement benefit that you get from SSS, from the company that you work with, kasi you get that amount 30 years from now, and the economy wouldn't be the same as how it is right now. So maybe prices will increase at that time, so kailangan may extra money ka na itabi to help you with your retirement. Yan.
Agree. And you should know your computation kung magkano yung dapat na retirement fund mo. Yeah.
Yan.
So this has been a very interesting topic and fun talk now with Tricia Montemayor. And thank you again, King, for co-hosting with me tonight. And anytime, pag kailangan mo ako sa show mo and nyo, uh, we'll be returning the favor. Walang problema yan.
Oh, check
So,
check natin yung computation ng mga property developers.
di
Ayan.
ba? And also to our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Eric Rada, Pam Sanchez, Brian Alejo, and the lot Barista Space Philippines. Watch us again on our next episode next week on Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. US time. Very interesting topics every week. So thank you and see you again.